Happy December, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot believe that it is December. I know we all say it all the time, and every year it just seems to come around quicker and quicker. But December, my goodness, this year has just absolutely flown by. And now that it is December, we are in the festive season, so happy festive season to you. And you may notice today we've got lots and lots of exciting boxes out. It is Christmas installation day here at the house. If you have been subscribed for a long time, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you enjoy my content. But if you have been subscribed for a long time, you will know that at this time of year, Mum and I have quite the tradition, and every single year we basically kind of get together and we do all the Christmas decorations together and kind of just make a really lovely, very festive day out of it. So that is what we are doing today. So Mum's going to be joining us for this vlog, and we are going to be getting stuck in and getting all of these decorations installed. I've got stuff here, I've got stuff down there, and I will turn you around in a moment and show you all of the boxes behind you. We've got lots and lots of very beautiful Christmas decorations. And I have to say, I tend to not buy a lot of new decorations every year. If you watched the tree decorating last year, you will recognize quite a number of the decorations. A lot of the things we have are things that I've had for my entire life in some cases, the last 10 years, 20 years. I have to say, I have added 2 things for this year, and those boxes arrived last week. So we will be getting into those very soon, and I will share those with you. But otherwise, I kind of just stick with the things that I have, and I think that that's something really special. And I think when Mum and I are putting the tree up, and we're taking out all the decorations for the trees, and so many of the decorations bring so many memories, and you're sharing all these memories, and it's really lovely. So I do like to try and keep all the decorations that we have and reuse them every single year, sometimes in different ways or different locations and that, but generally they're sort of similar decorations. So yes. Before I kind of get right into it, I will just say I hope you enjoyed the little different sort of festive intro to this video. I will not be doing Vlogmas. There are so many content creators who will be doing Vlogmas, which is basically vlogging every single day through December. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to sort of stick to my normal schedule of 2 videos a week, pretty much up until Christmas. I think the last video I'll do will be like Christmas Eve, and then I'll probably have a little break and then come back in January. But I will just be doing the normal kind of 2 videos a week. Also, there is no big grand European holiday this year. I know for Christmas last year, Mum and I actually went to Europe to celebrate quite a significant milestone birthday for Mum. So we're not doing any of that this year. We're basically just at home this year and just pottering around and just really enjoying, the whole of December around home. I do have a little trip here and there, which I'll share with you, but nothing, nothing overseas or anything like that. I have to say, and this is probably a little bit lame, but I am actually really excited to watch back my sort of European trip that Mum and I took last year. I haven't sort of rewatched it since that time, obviously, but I think it's going to be really nice to rewatch it. So I might kind of, I don't know, maybe Mum and I will do that. We'll make like a special, almost movie night out of it and watch back our trip and kind of reminisce and just, share all the memories and the stories, and that's be quite nice actually. Anywho, but yes, that is the plan of action for today. We are just doing the big old Christmas install. I do think what I will do, because there is quite a lot of Christmas stuff, I think what I might do is actually split this video over 2. So you'll probably be watching this on Wednesday. So I think we'll kind of start it. Maybe we'll try and tackle all of the trees. I do have actually quite a number of trees. So we might do assembling all the trees today and decorating all the trees today. And then in Friday's video, we'll do the entire kind of house, and I'll give you a bit of like a tour of it during the day, so you can kind of see everything, as well as at night time as well, so you can see everything lit up. It's always so gorgeous at night time when all the lights, all the twinkle lights are going. And I've added a few little twinkle lights this year, so I'm excited to share that with you. But yeah, that's the plan of action for the first week of December. Just kind of, yeah, getting everything in. I'm so excited. I am obviously filming this before December. I love Christmas. Mum and I really love Christmas. We love the decorations, it's just the entire vibe. And so we do like to put our decorations up a little bit before December, just so that we can enjoy them for, you know, for quite a number of weeks. I think if I wait until the 1st of December to put everything up, you know, you only have those 4 weeks almost to enjoy them. And we really enjoy, you know, having all the decorations and that. So I am filming this a little bit earlier than when you're watching this. But yes, I think that's all that I had to update you with. Yeah. But before, I'm going to turn you around, I'm going to show you all the chaos behind you with all the Christmas bits. And then before we actually get stuck into it, I am going to take you outside. I want to show you something that is just spectacular in the cottage garden. I'm pretty sure I showed it to you last week, but I feel that it is even better this week. And so I want to share that with you, and then we'll come back inside and get going with it. We do have, so when we're doing all the decorating and that, we do like to bring the festive vibes. So we've actually got Home Alone, the second Home Alone on the TV at the moment. I'm going to watch that while we do all the decorations, and I hope you will join Mum and I for our tradition of the Christmas install together, and I hope you will really enjoy this video and all the videos to come. So yeah, I'm going to turn you around now, show you all of that, and then let's pop outside. So just to show you all of the boxes, all the bags full of all the Christmas goodies. And I also have down in the dining room, just if you can see there, all of the trees and more boxes. I've got a few things on the dining room table as well. So it is, yeah, quite the Christmas extravaganza. But let's head outside before we get going. So this is what I wanted to show you. Look at this hydrangea. Look at her. She's absolutely, like, that's my hand for comparison. She is massive, but spectacular. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but she almost has like a little bit of like blush tone to her, like some of the flowers. And I know I showed it to you last week, but I did want to just, while she is looking like this, I really wanted to show it to you again. Oh, so gorgeous. Cannot wait for the hydrangeas to kind of get bigger, and then hopefully in years to come we'll get multiple big flower blooms like this, and then I might be able to cut them and bring them inside. But everything outside is looking really nice. Of course, we have chosen to do the Christmas decorations on the hottest day so far this season. It is, I mean, the flowers here are gorgeous, but I also wanted to just show you. Look, I have a little cucumber. How cute is that? He's going to be ready to harvest and eat. Absolutely delicious. But yes, as I was saying, it is like one of the hottest days so far this year. It's an absolute scorcher. I think it's supposed to be 33 today. And we mean we've got not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely gorgeous blue skies. But 33 is a little bit toasty. So I do have the air conditioning on for Mum and I, just so that we can kind of stimulate a real festive, wintry kind of vibe while we're doing the Christmas decorations. We will imagine that it is snowing outside in the cold air conditioning, but yeah, goodness me, It is toasty. We're very lucky the humidity hasn't started yet, but I don't think it'll be too much longer. But everything's looking really nice in the orchard. I'll definitely give you an updated garden tour soon, but everything's looking good in there. Anywho, I just really wanted to show you that hydrangea because I think it's absolutely stunning. And I'm not super familiar with hydrangeas, so I don't know how long. I mean, she's been gorgeous like this for a while, but how long will that last? Gosh, it's pretty. All right, let's head inside. Let's get you all comfortable somewhere and let's start assembling these trees. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love Christmas so much. I love the decorations and just, yeah, absolutely love it. All right, I have roughly positioned the trees where they're going to end up, but we're going to start with this tree here. This is the main big tree that I have, and it's basically where all the presents go under and we do Christmas morning. So I'm going to pop you on a time lapse while Mum and I kind of get in and get it all assembled. So the first tree is up, the main tree, as I said earlier, and she always looks so nice. So obviously, if I turn, she'll move a little bit more that way towards this, and this will all get tucked in once we're done. But just for now, looks so nice. I cannot, Mum and I were just saying as we were putting the tree up, cannot believe they were putting the Christmas decorations up again. It just feels like not that long ago that we were doing it. And you will remember, I've got my little train tracks in. So if you are a new subscriber, you may not be aware, but I have a train that actually sits up in the tree here and goes around the tree. So once I've assembled that, I'll show it to you, but really happy with how that is looking. So I think the next thing we'll do is probably lights and then ribbons and the tree skirt and that, and then we'll start to do decorations. I will share all of that with you. But yeah, so maybe lights next. So just about to start on the lights, and I wanted to share with you very quickly, this is my absolute top tip. So what we do is use timers for all of the lights. So even all the Tiffany style lamps that I have throughout the house, they are all on timers, so they turn on and off automatically. But this is the one, gosh, I'm sorry, the camera's just not focusing. There we go. I just use this one. It's just a plain analog one. It's fairly straightforward to use, and you just obviously plug your lights into here and then it plugs into the socket there. So I've just bought a few new ones of those this year. And then you can kind of just set the times by pushing in the little segments. By pushing in the little segments of, you know, how long you want it to be on for. They're great. So helpful. It just means that everything you have that needs to be plugged into a wall socket can just kind of light up, and at the end of the day, you're not having to go around and turn everything off before you go to bed. It just makes things so much easier and much more enjoyable. So I'm going to set this now for the Christmas tree lights, but I thought I'd just share that hack with you. So the lights are on, and you may have noticed it's something, I don't even know where we heard it from, but instead of going around the tree with the lights, we actually go up and down. And I find that that gives you a more even distribution of lights for whatever reason. I'm sure there's some sort of scientific reason for that. But just, yeah, I think in the past we used to go around, and last year was the first year we went up and down. And it just, yeah, is a much better distribution of the little bulbs. The other little tip I would recommend is that before you start going with all your decorations, do turn the lights on just to make sure you do have that even coverage. So there you have it. Lights are on. So probably ribbons next, I think, and then we'll start in on the decorations. So ribbon is going to be next, and we've got gorgeous red with like the holly leaves on it, and we've also got a silver. And last year we did sort of big strips of ribbon, and I didn't love it. I think it was too much ribbon. So I think what we're going to do is cut the ribbon into little strips like this, and then just place like little sways kind of little bits of ribbon throughout the tree. I think that that'll look really nice. So that's what we're going to do now. Just cut up some of the ribbon and just place it throughout. So the little ribbons are in. I know it probably doesn't look like too much now because obviously all the other decorations aren't on, but so much more happy than last year. I definitely think the large sort of, you know, I can't think, the large ribbons we sort of ran the length of the tree, did not like that at all. This is much better. And I think once all the other decorations go on, it will look really nice. So we're going to get started on that now. So we're just going to be placing all the decorations. I'll pop you on a time lapse while we do that. That's my favorite bit, I think, putting all the decorations up. Now we're almost finished with the tree decorations, but we purchased a few little bits when we were in Europe last year. And so I just thought, because this is kind of the first year we're almost putting them on the tree. So I thought I'd give you a little kind of close up to the bits that we have. We've got this absolutely stunning glass little bell, if the camera will focus on it. There we go. It's like a blown glass bell. It is so beautiful. So that always looks gorgeous on the tree. And so this one here came very beautifully packaged. I've just said to my mum's sitting on the couch with the coffee, does she remember what this is? She doesn't even remember what it is. But some of you may recognize the packaging here. If you watched the Europe videos last year, hopefully you will recognize this. It's a Swarovski crystal that we bought. Hopefully, there we go. That's a little bit, there we go. That's much better. Isn't that so beautiful? Like the gold tones to it, absolutely stunning. We actually went, when we were in Europe, we went out to the Swarovski big factory, and they had like this museum, and anyway, I filmed it all, so you can definitely watch that.
Oh, we had the cake?
Yeah, we had the cake there. We had dinner. We went and had dinner there that evening. And yes, there was like cake, and it was just, yeah, it was really a unique, it's not something...
Cake.
No, that was in the Black Forest in Germany. We had dinner at the Swarovski factory, and I have to, like, it was really cool to go and see. Do you remember that was the place that had the lights that were like the heartbeat?
Oh, yes,
Remember?
yes,
Yeah. And it's probably not something I would have done on my own. Like if we'd just gone to Europe by ourselves, probably wouldn't have done it. But because we were on tour for that part of the trip, we kind of went as part of the tour, and it was actually really cool to see. But of course, with these sorts of things, there's always a shop. So yeah, we purchased this little Christmas bauble from the shop. Absolutely beautiful.
What's that from?
This is from the Christmas markets. I'm trying to think. It was one of my favourite Christmas markets. I think it was Lindenau. I'm pretty sure it was the
Water there.
Yes, on the water. I'm pretty sure this was the Lindenau Christmas markets. It was so busy when we were there. Oh my goodness. If it's the piece that I'm thinking it is. And we both saw it, and I think we left it originally, and then we just couldn't, we had to go back for it. We tried really hard when we were in Europe to not buy a million Christmas decorations. You will see over this video and the next one, we have a lot of Christmas decorations already, so we wanted to make sure that if we were buying a Christmas decoration, it was actually a really special piece and not something. We have done Europe twice at Christmas. So the first time we went at Christmas was many, many years ago now, but we did buy quite a number of Christmas decorations at that time. And I was saying to Mum earlier, funnily enough, some of those decorations are still in rotation now. So yes, it had to be something very special. And this one here, I'm just showing it up so Mum can see. Absolutely gorgeous. This was quite a special piece with all like the stones and then like the floral kind of motif with like all the leaves and just like, yeah, all the little jewels. And then the red, absolutely gorgeous and quite like a large Christmas bauble. It's almost one of the largest ones I'd say that we got. But that's just gorgeous. It was such a great addition to have. But yes, I'll pop that one on the tree. Now, the last little piece that I wanted to talk you through, Mum's going to laugh hysterically when she sees it. Quite the story with this piece. Again, if you saw, you can watch all of this on YouTube. I filmed the entire trip, and as I said to you earlier, Mum and I might make an evening of it one night and rewatch it together. Like we'll have like a movie night and rewatch the trip. I think that would be really fun. But at the very end of the trip, we went out into the Swiss Alps and we actually stayed at a Grand Dame hotel, the Hotel Kronenhof, which was, we were just speechless. It was absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely raised the bar for me in terms of other hotels that I've ever stayed at. It is probably I'd say it's probably the best hotel I've ever stayed at in my life. And I have stayed at quite the number of hotels. It's definitely up like top 3 hotels. It was absolutely exceptional. And staying there was just such an incredible experience and the best end to our trip. The train ride out there was just magical. You go through the Alps, it's World Heritage. Oh, the hotel had the painted. Anyway, I won't go on and on about it. You can watch the videos. I actually have made a separate little playlist for the Europe trip that we took in December 2024. But long story there, they had real Christmas trees throughout the hotel and the lobby and things, and they had beautiful decorations, absolutely stunning. And we'd been eyeing these. If you watch the videos, you'll know we'd been eyeing these decorations the entire trip. They were so beautiful and we'd never seen anything like it. And it was quite a boutique hotel, and every morning at breakfast, the sort of like the maitre d', the head manager or whatever you would call it, would kind of come around to everyone at breakfast and, you know, chat with you and check in and make sure you were having an incredible time and all of that. And we happened to mention in passing that we absolutely adored this one particular Christmas decoration. And he obviously, you know, took that on board and remembered that. And the day that we were checking out and we were actually heading back to Zurich, he tracked us down, and it was the day they were actually changing over the trees. So because they had real trees and they obviously have them up quite early, they were changing over the trees with like fresh trees. So they were taking all the decorations off and kind of redecorating fresh trees. Anywho, we'd had breakfast, we'd left, and we were sitting in the blue salon, just kind of chatting and, you know, whatnot. And the manager came and found us there, and he actually gifted us one of the hummingbird decorations that we had just absolutely adored. And it was a bit of, I guess, a birthday present for Mum as well. As I said earlier, the trip was incredible, and it was a milestone trip, a milestone birthday trip for Mum. But if I just I'm going to show it to you on here so that the camera will focus. Look at that hummingbird decoration. Is that not absolutely spectacular? Never seen anything like it. We just thought it was so beautiful. Obviously, when we were over there, we were there at Christmas time, and we saw many, many Christmas decorations, but nothing like this. It was so beautiful and just such a generous gift that obviously they didn't need to do, but, you know, really just topped off the end of the trip and our stay at the Kronenhof, but absolutely gorgeous. So very excited to add this addition to the tree this year. I'll have to find pride of place for it. So that is the tree, all decorated. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I know it's not like an aesthetically pleasing one that you see in the department stores. This is my home, and this is basically my family tree. We have Christmas morning around this tree, so it's just really important to me that the pieces that are on this tree, you know, bring back memories and just, yeah, bring me a lot of joy, and pretty much everything on here does. The tree skirt I love. I mean, so many of these pieces I've had for such a long time, and already, I mean, I've shared a few of the memories with you, but so I'm not going to go through every single bauble here, but like this one here is from Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. This one was from Hallstatt in Germany. I've shown you the bell. These are all European ones. That's the bird that we spoke about earlier. Oh, that's where that one ended up. My sister got me that one when she went to Hawaii. We've got lots of like little woodland sort of bits and pieces in the tree. I've also got some really pretty kind of filler baubles, which are important, but we've got ones that my niece and nephew have made, like handmade in here. I think there's ones in here that I've handmade for Mum that have ended up on this tree. How pretty is that? Yeah. Very, very happy with how the tree has turned out this year. We've also added in, I don't think I filmed it, but we just added in a few little picks, you know, like tree picks. They're sort of like if I take this one out so you can see, it's like a little pick, and then you can kind of just pop them into the tree and then just add a little something. These ones are my favorite, the ones with like the frosted berries. I think that they look really gorgeous. I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it that the tree is up. It's just crazy. So crazy. All right, I'm going to pop the train on. That's just the last little bit needed for this tree. So I'm going to pop the train on, give you one sort of final look here, and then we're going to head into the dining room and do the snow tree in the dining room. So the little train, the Christmas train, is on. And I've just checked it and it seems to be going okay around. So I'll turn it on for you just so you can kind of see. This just makes me so happy. It makes me smile every time. Is that not just the cutest thing you have ever seen? Look at it. And so it just basically goes around the tree. I'd always wanted one as like a little girl. You know when you see cartoons, like Christmas cartoons, and they had the train, and I'd always wanted one. but having it on the ground is just a bit in the way. And then I saw these that are up in the tree, and I just thought that was so incredible. So I've had this for years and years, since I lived in Brisbane. So for quite a while, and every single year it makes me so unbelievably happy. And so basically it just does a few loops of the tree, obviously making it sounds and that, and then when it sort of stops it does like a grand central yeah. So we have a completed, you can hear it finishing now. So you can hear it slowing down. And it just says Central Station at the end. But yeah. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. All right. Main tree is done. Let's head into the dining room now and tackle the snow tree. So in the dining room now, this snow tree goes into this area here. So we've just had a little rejig of the bits and pieces that normally kind of sit in this area, just to make some room for it. So that's its box. You'll notice a power board there. You can see here, I already have a timer on for this Tiffany style lamp. And because we're going to have two timers here now, it won't fit in the one plug. So I'm going to basically set up a power board here with the two timers, one for the tree and one for the Tiffany style lamp. And then we are going to get going and assemble this tree. This one is an Arctic spruce, and it is basically, we call it the snow tree because it is the one that has the most snow on it. It's thick with snow, so it is actually quite a messy tree, but it is unbelievably beautiful. So let's do this. So this is the little snow tree. You can clearly see why we call it that. There's much snow on the floor. I was saying to Mum, it's snow. I've got snow all in my hair, and it's a very nice tree. It's quite like a plump sort of a tree. Oh, thank you. Mum's turned the lights on. But yeah, it's really pretty. So that is it done. So we're going to get the decorations on. This one is quite sparsely decorated, which is nice. We kind of let the tree speak for itself with all the snow, but we've got a few decorations and lights to go on this one. So I will pop you on a time lapse while we do that. Probably lights first. And then, yeah, we'll get to decorating and I'll show you what it looks like. Lights are now on and she is looking very pretty. So I'm going to turn them off, and now that I'm sort of happy with the distribution of the lights, turn them off. The timer will turn them on later tonight, and we're just going to add all the little decorations for this tree. So the snow tree is done. I just have realized that this is leaning, so I will fix that. But just a nice, simple little tree. I'll take you for a closer look. So this tree's kind of got more of the woodland vibes. So we've got the very sweet little deers down the bottom. And then we sort of use this garland here as like almost like grass underneath the tree. And then we've got owls and pine cones and just a few little red baubles. We've got a squirrel. We bought this squirrel in Europe. We kept seeing so many squirrels when we were over there last time, in December last year. And he's so sweet. We also got this one here. I thought that was really pretty with the little mushrooms in it. And the deer. So yes, that is, I think, the last tree that that we are going to do for this video. We've tackled the main tree as well as this dining room sort of snow tree. And I think they're both looking so gorgeous. It is my lunchtime now. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to end this video here. I will say farewell to you today. I'm going to go and have some lunch. And then Mum and I are going to come back and we will tackle the tree in my sort of sitting room area in my bedroom, as well as all of sort of the general house decorations. And we will do that on Friday. So I'll be filming it straight after this, but you'll be seeing it on Friday. Oh, I'm so excited to see it tonight when everything lights up, but I'll show you that on Friday as well. I'll give you a full sort of house tour with all the Christmas decorations. I'll show you sort of in daylight, and then I'll give you a little tour around at nighttime as well, just so you can see how gorgeous everything looks lit up. All right, I'm going to say farewell. Thank you so much for joining Mum and I today, and I hope you enjoyed sort of getting all the Christmas decorations out with us and getting these two gorgeous trees put together. And I will see you in Friday's video. Bye.